Okay, hello. This is Rani Ahmed with you. This is lesson 5 in FreeBSD Unix. Here we're talking about how to use file and folder permissions. Okay, in this lesson we're going to tell you how to allow users to, whether to allow or disallow users on how to, whether to let them write or read a file or execute a file. And executing a file, it's either executing a program or executing some kind of scripting language, maybe shell scripts. So let's go back to the home directory of root, which is /root. Okay, now to start with, okay, the permissions are set as follows. Now I've got R for reading, we've got W, small w, or small, for writing. Okay, we got X, small x, I mean, for either accessing a folder, because you can't set execution on a folder. The execution on a folder means that what you're gonna execute is accessing the folder. When you execute a folder, it means that you are accessing it. So it's either accessing or executing a file. Okay, now I've got another permissions which are got S for the set, either the set UID, okay, or of course it's not a command of what I'm writing here, just I'm writing you directly on the prompt so you can see on what I'm talking about. And they got set GID. Okay, this is the set. We're going to talk about it in the last part of this of the video. And got T or small t, depending. Small t is on the directory, capital T on the file, which we call it for the sticky bit. Okay, so this is or those are the permissions of any Unix system. Okay, now first, now I have made, like, let's say, yeah, so I say, like, if I want to see all the permissions on the system on a file, okay, like I have this script. This is script .sh. Now when I press on it, enter on this line, if I submit this command, I'm listing everything related to this file. Now what we have here, that this file is owned by root, by the user named root, and owned, or like not just owning, here is it's about the group. What I'm clicking here is the group. Well, here you are allowing or putting the group, or setting the group that will be given some permissions, okay, or disallowed from some permissions. Okay, so you are giving them some kind of like an interface, okay, so they can deal with that file. Okay, so whether you are allowing this group to do this or do that, okay, or disallowing it from doing this or that. Okay, so this group has this kind of ownership. It doesn't really own it. The real owner is just one user. Okay, but the group ownership is just like you're telling those users what they can do after this original owner, for example here root, okay, is giving those group of users, okay, some kind of permissions. Okay, now whatever the permissions are, doesn't matter. First, the permissions are divided as such, or as follows. Okay, now starting from the right side of this set, okay, starting from the right side of this set, okay, of digits. Now each digit is like a bit for a permission, either an X or a read or a W. Now first we've got each 3 represent some kind of grouping, not a group, a grouping. Okay, now the first 3 from the right, okay, are for the others, the people who are not within the group and not the user who owns the file. Okay, now the second 3 like this, okay, those 3, okay, again I must highlight it better, I know it's annoying. So this is the first 3. Next, count from here, those are the second 3. Okay, so first 3, second 3, and we've got here where the RWX are another other 3. That's the last one. Okay, so the first one is for the others, the second one, the highlighted one, is for the group. Okay, and the last one, last consecutive 3, are for the owner of the file. Okay, the user who owns the file. Now, setting the permissions are as such. Now, you will see them like first the read bit, then the write bit, then the execution bit. Okay. Now, to set it, we have to use the chmod command, and then we have to say whether it's for a group, whether it's for a user, or whether it's for all. And if you want to set it for all the three, you have to use the A. Okay, and if you don't, it is A. And we've got like if you have to talk about the group, because I want to show you a change. So I've said like G, it's for example plus, which means that you are adding. I want to add the for the W, which is adding the writing bit for the Oracle. Okay, a group for the group named Oracle here, because this is the group named Oracle on the file set for this file. And then if I want to add, for example, for the user also, I can say U minus X and set a comma. And for example, if I want to say for the others, I can say like equals something. Okay, like equals RX. Okay, which means like I'm setting for the others to be R and X. You don't add to it or negate from it something. Okay, subtract something from it. Okay, and then I mentioned the file that I want to deal with. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you have to say things for the U and you have to say things for the G and have to say things for the O. Okay, you can select one and it will be set for that one. Okay, you can select two and it will be selected for those two that you selected. Okay, any combination of okay. So just for a change, I'm gonna deal, for example, with the I want to tell you about the group, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna say, for example, now it's currently executable, but I want to show you that it's when it's not executable, what will it do? When it's executable, what it should do. Okay, now this is just a counter, simple counting from 0 till infinity. Okay, so this is minus X. Okay, and say test. Okay, now if I do listing again, see the X has been omitted. Okay, set off. Now if I want to run it, because it's in the same folder, I have to say / and the file name. So when I press tab just to do file name completion or commands completion, I cannot. But just to tell you, because you know tab will do name completions, okay, if the file is executable. But another way to show you is by displaying the error is this way, script.sh, just direct running it, so it will tell you permission denied. Okay, now if I have set it, set it like +X, it would have ran and it will count forever. Okay, so this is how you are allowing something and disallowing something. Okay, now I have had or I had a file which is this t.c++, which is C++ file. So this is just a counter forever, similar to that script, but it's in the C++ made. Okay, so it's made in C++. So this I have to compile it and get t.cpp, and it will be compiled. Now next, to run it, I will get a file named a.out. Now this immediately has to be executable by default, because when you create the compilation, the building of the script, because C++ must produce to you, must produce for you an executable right away. So this will count forever. Okay. Now if I say, for example, here -l a.out, you'll see that here's the ownership. Okay. Now first I must delete the one that has been done earlier in my preparation for the lesson. So this is like my counter. I want to remove it because I want to show you set UID now. Okay, so yes, so cp, okay, a.out into /home oracle as my counter. .sh. Okay. Now if you press this is all done in the virtual console. Okay, so if I press Alt and F2 and log in, of course, to another user named Oracle. Okay, so after I log in from the Oracle user, I press Ctrl L to clear the screen. So if I press Alt F2 and go to the other login, okay, I move back to my home directory first. So here is ls-l counter, my counter, sorry, .sh. Okay, so the current owner now is root. Okay, now if I ran the program now there's nothing about setting UID and GID. It's still a normal file with normal execution permissions. Okay, and everybody can run it. Okay, but if I say, for example, my counter.sh, it will run forever. Now if I go to the root account and I get this PS will list the processes on your system that were running. Okay, so or currently running AUX using AUX options. Okay, this is the way of showing the data and of the listing of processes. Okay, so I sent it through the pipe. This is like the two sticks over each other with a small hole between them. Okay, this is like a letter on a character on this keyboard, and I send whatever on the left side of the pipe, near the left hand side of the pipe, on the side of the PS. Okay, whatever coming from the PS, it will be sent through this pipe character. Okay, to this grep. I'm doing this because I want to search for my counter. Okay, my CISO is enough just to find anything containing my C. Okay, in the output of PS. So I press enter, and it will give you that my counter is not really showing very well, but you understand that this is my counter. So this is Oracle, who is the current user and the current executor of this file. Okay, now I go and Ctrl C just to stop it. Now next time, here I'm trying to prove to you what's set UID. So if I go like chmod plus u plus s, okay, /home /Oracle, because you have to do it from root, okay, from the user root, and this is my counter. Okay, it's set. Now if I go to the count of Oracle, now if I run this, okay, if I run this, you would expect that the file, according to PS, again running as like the running itself is registered to or booked to or logged to Oracle. But because I had put or I have put plus s, okay, so if I run it, sorry, okay, then it will be root running it. Why? Because setuid, this is what it does. Okay, it lets the operating system think that the owner of the file, okay, is the one who runs the program. Okay, so for example, I killed it here, stop the program, and again, like ch on, like change the ownership to the username Rani and Oracle my counter. Now if I go and list it over Oracle, it will tell you this is my counter, it's owned now by Rani. Okay, similarly you can do it in the root, okay, the user account root, the terminal of root. But if I run it again, you would think that Oracle still here is the one who run it, and maybe you will be thinking that root is the one who's running it. No, it means that Rani is running it. Okay, see the first field here. Okay, so this is the set UID. Okay, and similarly for the set GUID. Okay, but this is for the group. Okay, now so I go back and kill this. Now the set like setting the sticky bit means that if I set it like chmod plus T on like a directory that's / home Oracle, there's a one named dir. Okay, and if I set it again for the file that's inside, it means that the file inside I cannot delete it. The only one who can delete it is the owner. Okay, like if you belong to a group, okay, you cannot delete that file. Okay, only the owner of the file can delete it. Okay, even if you are a subset of the same group. Okay, so this is the listing now is like ls minus ld for the same directory, so / home Oracle dir. So you see there's a T in the end. And there's also for the test file, see capital T. Okay, and if I try to delete it, it won't let you. Okay, only the owner can delete it. Okay, so this is all about setuid and all other permissions. And thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe using your own account on Gmail. Okay, and your comments. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.